Welcome. Our first phrasal verb is look up. This means to search for information. You can look up information in the dictionary, or more common these days is we look up information on the internet. So you can Google it to find the answer. And you want to look up information so that you can get better and improve. So for example, if you don't know the meaning of a word, you need to look up the word to find out what it means. Our second one is look out. So to look out, we have some different ways of using it here. Look out is to avoid immediate hazards. So if something is going to happen, something bad, something negative, we tell people, look out, be careful. We use look out to protect each other as well. We say, look out for the dog at the end of the street. It will bark at you. Or look out for the pavement. It's not very even. You might trip. So to look out means to plan, to watch for things, to stay vigilant. Vigilant means that you're always aware of what's going on around you, and to be careful, to recognize risks. So look out, to be careful, watch for danger, or pay attention to what might happen. Next one we have is cotton on. Cotton on means that aha moment. It's a sudden discovery, a realization. So for example, it's when you begin to understand or realize something that was not obvious. To catch on is another phrasal verb. To understand, to realize. Sometimes somebody tells you a joke and you don't get it. In the end, you realize you cotton on to the meaning, the understanding of the joke. You can cotton on to a puzzle, how it works. If you do word games, you cotton on to how it comes together, how they are putting it together, to grasp the concept. To move on is to start a new chapter, could be after a difficult time, and to leave the past behind. So we can use move on in many ways. You move on from a bad relationship. You could move on from a career that was very difficult or challenging that you didn't enjoy, and you move on to a new career, perhaps in a different industry. So to move on is to go forwards, to look at the future. We use it also when we're talking in a presentation. We move on to the next point, to move on to another topic. So it's to start something new, to go forwards. To pan out, as a phrasal verb, it means we plan for things, but perhaps they don't always pan out. So if we want something to pan out, we've got to plan, we've got to persist and work towards it. We've got to set our goals. Like number 1, it talks about developing a plan, chasing your goal, and if it works as expected, then you can say, it panned out. My career dream was to become a dentist, and it panned out. I worked hard, and now I am a successful dentist. So pan out is to see if your efforts lead to success, like reaching a goal. The next one we have here is come up with. So we have the light bulb idea because it's a new idea. To come up with something is to think of a solution, to think of an idea, to create something. So if we're solving a problem, then we need to come up with a solution. If we're inventing a story, we need to come up with a plot, an idea for what the story is about. And creating a new design, we need to come up with a design. So it's all focused on the idea. We can brainstorm to do it. It needs to be creative. It needs to be something that's innovative. And then we come up with the idea and we have it. To horse around means, as a phrasal verb, to be mischievous or playful, Very often we see it with perhaps young children, young boys. It's to engage in rowdy play. Rowdy means boisterous, lots of jumping, lots of running, lots of noise. It can mean acting foolishly in a playful manner. We often talk about people horsing around if they are perhaps making jokes, doing something foolish, anything to make people laugh. Next up we have hold on. So this is to wait for a short time or stop for a moment. It can also mean to maintain the grip or a connection. So for example, if we hold on, we're waiting. If somebody is talking to us on the phone and we need to go and get something, we need a pen, we need to find a document, we say to the person, hold on a moment. It means just please wait for a moment. I'll be right back. Or hold on can also mean literally to maintain a grip on something. If you have to hold on to it so that it doesn't fall, hold on to it tightly in your hand so that it doesn't blow away in the wind. Next up we have belt out. To belt out is to sing or perform something very loudly and with great enthusiasm. Often you will hear at football games, rugby matches, when the crowd is singing an anthem or the supporter songs, they belt them out. It means they sing them very loudly with lots of enthusiasm. It doesn't mean you have to sing well, but it just means sing with a lot of passion and a lot of enjoyment. Break down can be used in different ways too. It means to stop functioning properly, to fail, or to collapse. So we can talk about a machine breaking down or a car that breaks down. And we also talk about people suffering a breakdown. So this is more emotional distress, not mechanical failure. So if we have a look there, the common examples, so it can be mechanical failure, an emotional collapse, if you are feeling blue, if you are having a breakdown or suffering from a breakdown. If negotiations collapse, you could say that the negotiations broke down. We couldn't reach an agreement. And also to be used in chemical decomposition. So chemicals break down as well. I'm not a scientist, but it's another way that elements or compositions can break down. To clam up, it means to become silent and refuse to speak. So a clam is a type of creature. You find it in water, very tasty to eat, and it closes. So the same way our mouth closes, we clam up, we go silent, we don't want to speak. It could be because you're very shy, or it could be you have a secret or something you don't want to talk about. So to clam up means that you go quiet. To egg on, as a phrasal verb, means it encourages someone to do something, and often something they should not do. So this could link with horsing around, that rowdy play that we looked at earlier. Other people egg us on. They push us, they urge us to do something. It could be something for fun, perhaps it's something to break the rules, a little bit risky, or it could be for bad behavior. But it's not always negative. We can also egg on people in a funny way. Different from support though. Support is more positive, more warm wishes than egg on. And pull over. So to pull over means to move to the side of the road, to stop on the shoulder of the road. So to pull over could be because your car has a problem. Maybe you think that the car is going to break down. So you need to pull over to the side of the road. So move to the side and stop. Sometimes when we're driving, the police might pull us over if you have a broken tail light or they want to check your license. So thank you for your time. Please like and subscribe, and we'll see you again soon.